Glacier National Park sits beautifully where the Rocky Mountains of Montana meet the sweeping plains and prairies of the American West. At the most northern part of the state, the park runs all the way to the U.S.-Canada border. On the other side of the border, in the province of Alberta, lies Waterton Lakes National Park, together forming Waterton-Glacier International Peace Park. Hello and welcome to today's Soapbox. If you enjoy this video podcast, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe so you can watch my content evolve and help give me feedback. The article this episode is based on is available at www.todays-soapbox.com. I will leave the link to it in the description below. The video version of this podcast will contain photos from my recent trip to the parks. Without further ado, let's jump back in. Glacier National Park was established in 1910, 6 years before the National Park Service was established in 1916. Waterton Lakes National Park was established in 1895 as Dominion Forest Park. In 1932, the parks united to form Waterton Glacier International Peace Park, the first park of its kind, symbolizing cross-border unity. Both parks exist on the ancestral land of several Native American and First Nations tribes, including the Niitsitapi, or Blackfeet, the Kalispel, or Pend Oreille, the Salish, and the Ktunaxa, or Kootenai tribes. Glacier National Park is named for the many glaciers within its borders. The more famous glaciers include Grinnell, Jackson, Salamander, and Sperry. Some of the glaciers are easily visible from outlooks along the road, others take significant and strenuous hikes to view. The park also includes glacially carved lakes, including the largest, Lake McDonald, which is 10 miles long. There are a total of 131 named lakes in the park. The park is essentially the headwaters of the entire continent, as the waters run into the Pacific Watershed in the west, Atlantic Watershed in the east, and Hudson Bay Watershed in the north. Waterton Lakes National Park in Alberta, Canada, is named for the Waterton Lakes. This includes Upper Waterton Lake, which straddles the U.S.-Canada border, Middle Waterton Lake, and Lower Waterton Lake. It is known for the high concentration of animals and diverse species protected within its boundaries. Waterton Lakes National Park does not have any active glaciers within its boundaries, unlike Glacier National Park. The international aspect of these parks makes for a very interesting travel experience. I visited both parks in one trip in late June 2026, which allowed for me to be able to directly compare experiences between the National Parks agencies, access, and infrastructure of the parks. Montana, renowned as Big Sky Country, is also home to a small portion of Yellowstone National Park in its southwest corner. Alberta is home to a total of 5 national parks: Banff, Elk Island, Jasper, Waterton Lakes, and Wood Buffalo. Another main draw of the parks are the various species of wildlife you may observe or encounter while visiting. Glacier is home to hundreds of species of animals and thousands of species of plants, including various colorful wildflowers that decorate the slopes and meadows of the park. From bighorn sheep and mountain goats to the lynxes and mountain lions, there is a wide variety of mammals in the area. One of the standout animal populations of the Crown of the Continent region are the bears. Glacier is home to many American black bears and the larger grizzly bear. Bear safety is a massive part of the culture at the parks. Most visitors carry bear spray and keep it handy while hiking. Attacks have already happened during the 2026 tourist season, so it is important to be cautious and follow ranger recommendations. Trails are routinely closed for bear danger, meaning access to the park can change daily. Glacier National Park is structured around a main road called Going to the Sun Road. The road extends from one of the west entrances in West Glacier, near Apgar Village, to St. Mary on the east side, with a stop in the middle at Logan Pass. The 3 visitor centers are located along this road, providing one of the main thoroughfares through the park. Two Medicine and Many Glacier are regions of the park with more attractions that are inaccessible from Going to the Sun Road. Many Glacier contains trailheads and lake access to main attractions like the Grinnell Glacier. There are other entrances to the park that are less popular, like Polebridge Ranger Station and Camas Creek in the west and Cut Bank in the east. Going to the Sun Road was completed in 1932 and is home to the famous red buses seen around the park. It crosses the park from west to east and is the only way to cross the park. It is open during the summer when it is safe to drive on, giving visitors an opportunity to see both sides of the park in a single 50-mile drive. The park also contains 2 Swiss-themed historic lodges within its boundaries, the Lake McDonald Lodge and the Many Glacier Hotel, as part of the marketing of Glacier as America's Switzerland. Other lodging options include the Village Inn Motel, Rising Sun Motor Inn, Swift Current Motor Inn, Apgar Village Lodge, Motel Lake McDonald, Sperry Chalet, and Granite Park Chalet. For visitors who want to pitch a tent and enjoy the park by camping, the park contains 13 campgrounds with over 1,000 campsites available. The campgrounds are spread across nearly every corner of the park at Apgar in the west, Avalanche Creek, the central, Bowman Lake in the northwest, Cut Bank in the east, Fish Creek in the west, Kintla Lake in the northwest, Logging Creek in the west, Many Glacier in the east, Quartz Creek in the west, Rising Sun in the east, Sprague Creek in the west, St. Mary in the east, and Two Medicine in the southeast. Waterton Lakes is home to the Prince of Wales Hotel. The Prince of Wales Hotel was named in 1927 for the then Prince of Wales, who later became King Edward VIII of the United Kingdom, who later abdicated the throne and became the Duke of Windsor in order to marry divorcee and American socialite Wallis Simpson, passing the throne to his brother King George VI, father of Queen Elizabeth II. The other main attraction of the park is the Waterton Township, a quaint hamlet along the lake featuring camping, shops, dining, and a peace park commemorating the Waterton-Glacier Union. You can camp at the town site or Belly River for an easier camping experience, or you can enjoy one of the park's 9 backcountry campgrounds, accessible only by hiking trail or watercraft. These include Alderson Lake, Bertha Bay, Bertha Lake, Boundary Bay, Crandall Lake, Goat Lake, Lone Lake, Snowshoe, and Twin Lakes. To travel between parks, I use the only border crossing between the parks, the Chief Mountain Border Crossing. My usual port of entry between the US and Canada is at the Peace Arch, which tends to have longer wait times due to its location between major cities Seattle, Washington, and Vancouver, BC. I found Chief Mountain to be significantly less stressful, but regardless, make sure to bring appropriate documentation and follow all directions at any border crossing. A huge part of early travel to the parks was the Great Northern Railway, which connected a series of resorts, including the Prince of Wales Hotel, along the route from St. Paul, Minnesota to Seattle, Washington. With stations at West Glacier and East Glacier, it ran along the southern border of Glacier National Park. The park was marketed as an attraction along the route. Access to the parks is dependent on the time of year that you decide to visit. Due to snow, rain, and avalanche risks, going to the Sun Road could be closed at any time. It typically opens for the summer season around May or June and closes again when the weather poses a threat. Weather can also hinder access to campgrounds or lodges. The same can be said for the hiking trails, which can be closed due to weather or danger from wildlife. Bear sightings can trigger protocol to keep hikers safe from potential danger and to prevent harm from coming to the bear population. During peak tourist seasons, many U.S. national parks limit road and parking access, instead implementing a shuttle service. This can be used to control entry into parks with higher traffic and ensure that they are not overcrowded. When I visited the parks during the week of June 22, 2026, going to the Sun Road was open, but the limited parking and reserved shuttle rules for access to Logan Pass had not yet been implemented. This provided a sweet spot between those events that provided nearly full access to the park without a need to navigate the logistics of scheduled shuttles and limited parking access. Part of the appeal of visiting a national park is the community present there. The rangers are friendly and prepared to help you make the most of your visit and keep you safe. Other hikers also want you to have the best experience possible. It is common for someone who spots wildlife, particularly larger mammals like moose or deer, to alert other hikers so that they can get a chance to observe it too. Visitors to the parks are there for the same purpose and want to appreciate the beauty of nature. The parks are maintained by their respective agencies, National Park Service, NPS, at Glacier and Parks Canada at Waterton Lakes. They both have visitor centers full of information about the parks and attractions therein. Like any state, provincial, or national park, you can expect pit toilets, gravel roads, and unpaved trails. While some of the lodges, hotels, and visitor centers have higher quality amenities, expect to get dirty, deal with the smell of septic, and drive off-road. Even though these are popular tourist areas, they are still geared towards an outdoor and adventurous experience. During my visit, I was happy with almost every experience. My biggest issue with Waterton Lakes was the bison paddock. The bison were visible from the entrance, but not from the drive-through attraction. The gravel road is not a comfortable car ride, so it has to be driven very slowly, leading to a 15-minute bison-free drive with no way to cut it short. The future of Waterton Glacier International Peace Park is sadly in jeopardy. The ongoing ice loss is plainly visible and continues to threaten the glaciers that the park is named for. Supporting NPS, Parks Canada, and the Native American or First Nations tribes that surround the parks is imperative as they face funding cuts and glacier loss. You can support Glacier National Park through the Glacier National Park Conservancy. Getting out there, supporting the gorgeous national parks that span the USA, and learning about the tribal history of the land are great ways to celebrate the 250th birthday of the nation. Thank you for listening. I would love for you to subscribe and like on whichever platform you are listening on, and consider sharing this with someone you know who loves national parks. If you like this, consider subscribing to my blog where you can get the written and thoroughly edited versions of all my content. All of that information and access to my social media is in the description below. What other topics would you like to see me cover? Leave them in the comments below. That's all for now. Goodbye.